Now the review of the story of a wealthy family who lost everything, and the one son who had no choice but to keep them all together. It's Arrested Development. What up, y'all? It's Black Critic Guy, and I decided to add some colors and some pictures in the background. It makes it look a little cooler. And these drawings are made by my longtime friend Lizzie Baker. Thank you, Liz, for all this. And today I'm here to review the TV show Arrested Development, which I gotta say, I should have done this review a long time ago. Now, I already gave the premise of the show in the beginning of this review, but it's basically, like I said, it's about this wealthy, corrupt family who lose everything, and now it's up to Michael Bluth to keep the family intact and bring the business back up to the prestige that it once had. Now, as many of you may not know, I'm actually a huge fan of Arrested Development. It's actually one of the top 10 favorite shows I've seen in the past 5 years. This is TV shows now, not animes and movies, TV shows. It's my top 10 favorite TV show of all time. It's just the way that they handle the writing, the characters, the acting, and the directing that makes this show so perfect. Now, one thing that you may not notice when going into this series is that the writing is very clever, and you need to watch some episodes over and over again because you're gonna miss a few things. Their use of foreshadowing and double meanings and clever dialogue made this show what it is, a very intriguing and also hilarious show. I mean, some of the foreshadowing and double meanings went right over my head that I didn't realize it at first, but when I watched it again, I noticed, wow, that's actually foreshadowing to an event that's about to happen, or that word is a double meaning. The biggest one and the most obvious one is the cousin maybe. Because every time they mention her, she's like, this is my cousin, maybe. And if you've seen the show, we know that George Michael has a huge crush on his cousin, maybe. The one thing that pulls you into this show is the characters. They are the most detestable, hateable, and selfish people you can ever meet. And that's what makes them so entertaining to watch. First, you got Michael Bluth, the son that's trying to keep the whole family together and bring the family back up to the prestige that it once had. And he keeps trying but failing horribly because his family keeps getting in his way. And I love his determination, his love for his son, yet at the same time he has a few character flaws that puts him right in the ranks of his family. Next, we got Lindsay Bluth-Fuke, who is this superficial, selfish, self-centered hypocrite. That's all I gotta say about her. I mean, that's really her character right there. She's superficial, she's a hypocrite because she joins all these causes, but then turns like a 180 on these causes, or only does these causes to help push her self-need to do something, and that's all her character really is to me. But she is very entertaining in some scenes. And next we got my two favorite characters. First, we're gonna start off with Job Bluth, or as everybody in the show calls him that doesn't know him very well, Gob. The failed magician who is trying to show people that he's not a complete fuck up, and also tries to get the approval of his father, which he will never get. But every scene with him is so hilarious because he either goes all the way over the top or he just underplays a lot of scenes, but he is the one person that you think of when leaving the show. He's so entertaining. And you can't leave this show without thinking about Tobias Fuke. This guy has some of the best lines, memorable scenes in the entire show. Tobias Fuke was a once prominent physician who, after being on a boat filled with homosexuals, decides to become an actor, a failed actor at best. And basically the entire series, his character is trying to become this great actor, but also get the approval of his daughter and his wife and show everybody that he's not gay and he's a real man. Which, of course, leads to very funny and hilarious situations and quotes that you can never forget because he, like I said, has one of the most memorable quotes in the entire series. Even if it means me taking a chubby, I will suck it up. Now we got Buster. Now Buster to me is like the black sheep of the family. He really doesn't do much for the company. He's not that intelligent and he's pretty much a mama's boy. He stays with his mom. To me, the character of Buster didn't really stand out. I didn't really think about him so much, but he had his fair share of moments. Next we got George Michael and Maybe. Now, I know it's kind of weird, they are cousins, but I don't know, I just really want them to become a couple. Like, literally, just become a couple already, because we see them going back and forth. Are they going to end up together? Are they not going to end up together? Who's he dating? Who's she dating? This back and forth banter between each other. I just want them to just end up together, live happily ever after. That's my goal. And Michael Cera, I didn't know he was in the show until after I saw Scott Pilgrim. Then I started watching Arrested Development. I was like, man, I love Michael Cera. He's awesome. And then we got George and Lucille Bluth. Now, I really didn't care much for Lucille Bluth. I mean, she had her couple of moments, but she's such a self-centered mom that I just wrote her off as I don't really care. But she is kind of funny in a couple of scenes. And then we got George Bluth, who is hilarious. He goes through so many conversions into different religions. He was a Jew once, and then he was a Christian, and probably maybe in the new season he'll become like a Muslim or something. But he is so entertaining, and I love to watch these two like interact with each other. Or when George is talking to his son Michael, he's like, "You can't do this to the business, Michael. You can't do this." It was just, he's fun to watch. And besides the great ensemble of the main cast, the supporting characters were also entertaining. I mean, you got so many to think of that I can't really name all of them right now. I want you to go watch the series so that you go see these characters, because they are so entertaining to watch. The fact that this show was canceled so abruptly with only 53 episodes is kind of a double-edged sword to me. I mean, it would be great to see, you know, the Bluths keep going and fighting to save their company, but at the same time, I feel like if we kept watching it, we would feel bored by the repetitive jokes, the same characters just acting the same way, no full, like, resolution, or them actually growing up and saying, wow, we made a mistake, we need to do this. I felt like that would just ruin the show entirely. But the fact that they're bringing it back for 10 episodes and a movie, I'm not complaining. So overall, as you can tell, huge fan of the show. I really have little problems, but not major problems to the point where I don't like the show. But it was so entertaining, had great characters, awesome dialogue scenes, and just a memorable show at bat. That's why I'm going to give this show a 5 out of 5. It is truly an epic masterpiece, and you all need to see it before the new 10 episodes and the movie comes out, because it is awesome. But anyway, what did you guys think of this show? Did you like it a lot? Did you hate it? And let me know who is your favorite Bluth family member. As I told you, my two favorites are Job and Tobias. They make some of the most memorable scenes in the entire show. Comment below and let me know. Anyway, I'm the Black Critic Guy, bridging the gap between movies and anime reviews. Till then, peace, YouTube.